My name is Kamila Baiganova. I have graduated from the University of World Languages and I'm working for BSD for 3 years already. And I work as an EL TLA. It's a teaching learning assistant. So I've been assisting to math department for 2 years already. I really like kids, I really like working with kids, and I think that teaching is my thing and this is my calling. This is something I can do very well, I think, and I really enjoy, since I like the process of delivering knowledge, of seeing the progress in my kids, and that's really what invigorates me. Back to my school days, I've always been good at math. I've always been good at math and science because I think that I had great teachers first, because they really interested me. I mean, they really interested they tried to interest us students in the subject, to deliver the subject in a way so it would be interesting and challenging. So I should say I should express my gratitude to them, I think, now first. And I was always good at numbers, at calculating something. That's why I worked for math and science department. The challenging thing was the different approaches. The Russian approach or the Uzbek school approach is absolutely different. The pressure they put on kids and the amount of knowledge they try to deliver is huge, is really huge, and they do not pay attention to the kids' skills or the needs, I would say, because you know, the need of a kid and the skill, how the pace even, how the kid can obtain the knowledge is very important. Here in BSD, I learned how important it is. I didn't know that, well, at least I didn't pay attention that kids are very different. And teaching math is not only teaching calculating, it's also teaching the basic skills that you can apply in your real life. As a student at local schools, I was a very good student. I was a high achiever, and my main subject were languages and math. And the approach they taught, the approach they use in local schools is very tough, as I said it before, as I have already mentioned. They put a lot of they give us a lot of knowledge, and they put too much stress, too much pressure on the kid, and not every kid can deal with it. While here at BSD in Tashkent, they give you a bit of space and they give you a challenge air, you know, that you can deal with it. They trust you, they believe you that you can do it, and they never push you to something unbelievable or something that you cannot reach. While at Uzbek school, sometimes I saw that and I was overstressed about that you always have a rank and you always cannot catch that. You feel that, oh my God, this is going upper and upper all the time. While here, they always appreciate. They always give you appreciation. You feel yourself valuable. While at Russian school, you're always compared to others. You're always being in a rush, very high competition, and you don't see the end of the competition. You don't see what you really compete for. At BSD, you see your progress and you're valued for that progress, and you are rewarded for the progress. That is a very important thing, I think. That builds the confidence in the child, and that's the most important thing, I think, for the child. Approach for the kids who are weak in math in a Russian or Uzbek school is, to tell you the truth, there is no approach. The kids are not differentiated according to their skill. The kids are not differentiated to lower or higher. They're all equal and they're all set the same targets. And that's not really good, I think, as I see another approach now, right? As I have seen another approach and I see the benefits of that approach. But going back to my school days, I remember when I was in grade 4, it's a primary school, right? And when I was in grade 4, there was a very, very shy kid. I remember his first name, his first name was Nail, and he was very shy. He was a bit plumpy, a bit awkward, but he was brilliant in math. At math, he was brilliant. But no one knew about it until he won the competition, math competition, after he left our school. Why he left? The reason that he left our school was that his parents considered that a teacher is not very attentive to him because he was a special needs kid. He was very shy, he couldn't communicate with his peers, he couldn't pronounce words correctly because of some defect, obviously linguistic defect, and school couldn't provide him with the help. There was no help, and obviously they didn't see the talent, and they miss the talent. And after the parent took him away from our school to another school, he bloomed, obviously. And then our teacher informed us that he won a competition. He got the, it's called the Olympics in math, right? And he won it. And he got a scholarship for some kind of very respectful mathematical university. Well, you know, the whole approach is stick to the book, right? So there's not much room to do something else beside the book. But in the book itself, there are some kind of tasks given under the star. 1 star is for a high level and 2 stars for a very high level. So this is the only challenge they have for a gifted kids. There's no other approach. So basically, all the teachers in public schools are stick to the book. So while here, they are not stick to the book at all. They have different approaches. They have, according to the needs of the students, right? They see the students, they know a lot of good sites, websites, and a lot of good books to help different kind of children, sorry. So I've been assisting in year 5 with math, and I saw that good technique. You know, that the teacher, Miss Carney, she used different techniques. She divided the group by the scale, so some of them were lower, some of them were middle, and some of them were really good at math. And they give absolutely the same topic, but at the different levels. And that's brilliant, I think. So currently I'm assisting at secondary school only, so I'm not assisting primary anymore. I work with year 7s, year 8s, year 9s and year 11s. But basically I'm trying to help them with English, but it also requires some mathematical explanation. So I should be aware of how to deal with the task, how to deal with the mathematical decisions, solvings, etc. Between the primary and the secondary in the Russian curriculum, I think there is not such a big difference, because they stick to the same principle of sitting at the desk, doing the task, and not really challenging themselves to something higher or bigger. Main difference here at BST between the primary teaching math and secondary, I would say that in primary they are more into implementing math into real life. They measure something, they physically stand up, go around the classroom, they do the measuring, they do calculating, they do the investigation if necessary, while in secondary they are more into calculating and solving. Go and compare it with the Russian, so I would say it's better to compare primary schools, because here students do not sit at their desks at all. They always in emotion, they're always doing something very active that, you know, all the kids at the very early ages especially, they need that interaction, touching. It's called kinesthetic learning, right? They need that kinesthetic learning. While in the public schools, we almost never have it. It's very important for a child not to be in motion all the time, not to sit at his chair all 45 minutes or let's say 40 minutes, right? And it's very important in obtaining knowledges and implementing. To always question why. Always try to question your kids. Why are you learning it? Or why and how did you get here? My daughter really often asks me, like, why is it important? And I always give her an example of money. She always says to me, Mom, when I grow up, I want to buy you a house. And I always give her, do you know how much the house costs? And she said no, and I give her a huge number, and obviously she doesn't even know the number. And I say, so for that reason you should learn math, and for that reason you should learn how much you earn to buy a house.